Hi there, it's Eugene. I'm a quality architect and ISTQB expert level task manager and founder of ISTQB.com along with a few other free fancy products for testers. In this video, we'll walk through the real ISTQB questions together, but the goal is not just to memorize the correct answers or pass the exam. We'll look at how to read the question, identify the important words, spot misleading options, and understand the testing logic behind the answers, because a good tester should not only know what is correct, but also understand why we do things in this way. Today's topic is why is testing necessary? Let's start with the first question. Which of the following is an example of why testing is necessary? This question is all about spotting incorrect terminology. Before reading the answers, notice the wording. An example of why testing is necessary. We're looking for a real benefit that testing provides, not something that merely sounds technical. Let's go through the options. Option A. Reviews increase the quality of requirement specifications and lead to fewer changes being needed in the derived work products. This is exactly what ISTQB wants you to remember. Reviews are a form of static testing. If we find problems in the requirements before designing coding start, we avoid building the wrong solution. That means fewer defects later and fewer expensive changes. Strong candidate. Let's go next. Option B. Static testing is used by developers to identify failures. Be careful here. One word makes this answer wrong. Failures. Static testing doesn't execute the software, so it cannot observe failures. Static testing finds defects, not failures. That's a classic ISTQB trap. Option C. Dynamic testing increases quality by causing failures that users could never produce. This sounds impressive, but think about the goal of testing. Yes, sometimes we intentionally push software into unusual situations. But if those failures can never happen in real life, spending lots of effort on them usually doesn't provide much value. So, this isn't the best explanation of why testing is necessary. Option D. Static analysis provides evidence to customers that software is fit for release. Again, this mixes concepts. Static analysis mainly helps developers improve the code. Release decisions are based on many different kinds of evidence, not just static analysis. So this one is out. And the correct answer is A. So watch the words like defect and failure. Static testing finds defects. Dynamic testing can reveal failures. ISTQB loves testing whether you know the difference. Question number 2. Which of the following are ways that testing contributes to project success? First, don't miss the format. This is not a single answer question. You need to identify every correct statement, and one missed answer is enough to lose the point, or even several points. Now let's think through them. Option A. Providing measures for project management decisions. Yes, testing gives managers information. Should we release? Should we continue testing? Is the quality acceptable? Testing supports decisions. It doesn't make them. So A looks correct. Option B. Guaranteeing that all projects will be successful. Whenever you see words like guarantee, always, or never, slow down. Doesn't reduce risk. It never guarantees success, so B is out. Option C. Providing cost-effective defect detection. Absolutely. Finding a defect in requirements is much cheaper than finding it after release. Error detection saves money. Correct. Option D. Contributing to higher quality test objects. Also correct. Notice the wording. Testing itself doesn't improve software directly. Testing finds defects. Developers remove them through debugging. That's how testing indirectly improves quality. Also correct. Option E. Providing user representation on development projects. Yes, real users often cannot participate throughout the entire project. Testers help represent the user's perspective during development. Correct. Option F. Eliminating the need for any other quality activities. Definitely not. Testing is only one part of quality management. Reviews, good development practice, process improvements, and many other activities, all of these are still necessary. So, the correct answers for this question are A, C, D, and E. And exam rule for this question. Testing supports, provides, helps, and reduces risk. It doesn't guarantee success or replace every other quality activity. Let's go next. Question number 3. How does testing provide a cost-effective means of detecting defects? This question is testing one of the 7 testing principles. The key idea is early testing saves time and money. Let's check the answers. Option A. Eliminating the need of QA activities. No, testing complements quality assurance. It doesn't replace it. Option B. Making defects visible to customers. That's the opposite of what we want. We want testers to find defects before customers do. Easy elimination. Option C. Reducing the number of developers. Testing doesn't reduce staffing needs. It helps to improve product quality. So, this is wrong direction for us. Option D. Define defects early so they are cheaper to fix later. Exactly. Think about a typo in a requirements. Fixing it before coding takes minutes. Fixing the same problem after development might require redesign, recoding, retesting, documentation updates, and maybe even customer support. That's why early testing is so valuable. So correct answer is D. The earlier defect is found, the cheaper it usually is to fix. This principle appears throughout the ISTQB syllabus. Question number 4. Which of the following statements about quality assurance and quality control is correct? This is one of the most common ISTQB questions. Students often mix up QA, QC, and testing. Here is the shortcut. Quality assurance is about the process. Quality control is about the product. Testing is one of the main techniques used in quality control. Now, look at the options. Option A. Testing is performed as a part of QC. Exactly right. Testing evaluates the product. That's quality control. Option B. Testing is another term for QC. No, testing is important, but QC also includes things like simulation, prototyping, and formal methods. Testing is only one part of QC. Option C. Testing is performed as a part of QA. No, QA focuses on improving processes to prevent defects. Testing focuses on finding defects in products. Different goals. Option D. QA is performed as a part of testing. Definitely backwards. QA is much broader than testing. The correct answer is A. And remember this simple formula. QA is about processes, QC is about product. Testing is a major form of quality control. Let's move on. Question number 5. How are test results used differently in testing versus quality assurance? This question builds directly on the previous one. If you understand QA versus QC, this becomes much easier. Let's go through the options. Option A. Same purpose. No, testing and QA look at the same information from different perspectives. Testing focuses on the product. QA focuses on the process. Option B. Test results are only used in testing. Also wrong. QA absolutely uses test results. Not to fix individual defects, but to understand how well the development and testing processes are working. Option C. Testing improves processes. QA fixes defects. This reverses the concepts. That's a common exam trap. Don't fall for it. Option D. In testing, they are used to fix defects, while in QA, they provide feedback on product performance. This is the correct idea. Testing identifies problems in the product so they can be corrected. QA looks at trends. Why are these defects happening? Can we improve the process so fewer defects appear next time? That's exactly how ISTQB distinguishes the two. Correct answer is D. Let's remember, testing asks, what's wrong with this product? QA asks, what can be improved in our process so this happens less often? That's it for this set of questions. As I said, the main goal here was not just to collect the correct answers, but understand the logic behind them and build a stronger testing mindset. You can find more practice questions for this topic on ProcessQB.com using the link below. And if this walkthrough was useful, like and subscribe for more practical ISTQB question reviews. See you in the next one. Bye.